Did you know that over 70% of shoppers don't even look past the first page of Google when they're shopping for a product? That means if your product descriptions aren't optimized to show up in search engines, you're potentially missing out on the majority of your customer base. Good SEO is no longer optional. In fact, it's essential for driving visibility, traffic, and ultimately sales. And the most surprising strategy of all, according to HubSpot, businesses with effective SEO strategies drive 14.6% annual growth as compared to those without one who only see an annual growth of approximately 1.7%. If you're new here, my name's Tanya. I'm a musician, blogger, passive income, and SEO specialist. And I'm going to show you today exactly how to optimize those product descriptions so that they can get found on page 1 of Google. And make sure you stick around until the end because I'm going to show you the super secret to help that website rise right on up into that very top rank. Your product description is not just for your potential buyers. Your product description helps Google better understand exactly what your product is about so that it can push that product out to its best audience, aka the people who are most interested in it and ready to buy. So having a product description that's not just written for potential consumers, but also for search engines helps it rank higher and reach more consumers in the long run. A well-written product description will not only boost your search engine visibility, but it will also boost your click-through rates or CTRs. This means more people will not only be seeing your website in the top pages of Google, but they will also be clicking on your website and visiting that page and that product. And if you have a lot of products that are very similar, you want to make sure each product description is unique and original because Google views duplicate text as plagiarism and they will remove it from the rankings. So make sure that each product description is unique and individual. Let's go ahead and look at a couple of examples. Okay, so let's take a look at these 2 examples that I found by simply doing a Google search. The first one was ranking number 1 on Google, and the second example, I went down to page 8 and picked one. So this is a really good SEO optimized product description and one that could use a little work. So first of all, this first product description is super easy to navigate. You have a great little spiel here that is keyword rich. Elevate your winter wardrobe with our men's plaid alpaca scarf that not only stands out, but also delivers unmatched comfort. Crafted from the softest alpaca fibers, this scarf is woven and brushed to perfection, making it the ideal accessory for all your winter activities. Whether you're sledding, skiing, or just taking a winter stroll, this go-to piece will keep you cozy and stylish while being warm and hypoallergenic. Embrace the winter and join the alpaca revolution. Okay, so the keyword that I typed in here was alpaca scarf. Maybe handmade alpaca scarf, I can't remember. But if you look here, we have men's alpaca scarf right there. Super easy. It's got the keyword in. We also have alpaca fibers. This scarf is woven and brushed to perfection. We've got the keyword hypoallergenic in here. That's something else you want to focus on. So keywords are included. It also focuses on how the product benefits. So it's the ideal accessory for all your winter activities. Sledding, skiing, or just taking the winter stroll, it's going to keep you cozy and stylish. So these are all of the benefits of it. It also delivers unmatched comfort. This is making me want to order this scarf right now, frankly. But if you look at it too, it also provides further detailed information, the features, what it's made from. It talks about the material, it's 100% alpaca. It gives you the sizing and it gives you the care instructions all here. But if you can imagine this on a mobile phone, which I don't have pulled up right now, it's also going to be easy to see and purchase. So it's well formatted.
It's got these little not bullet points, but these boxes that make things clear. It uses sensory words in here. So sensory words like unmatched comfort, luxurious, etc. And then it's just making you want to purchase. It's got that call to action. Embrace the winter and join the alpaca revolution. It doesn't say buy now, but in a way it's telling you to buy now. Now let's look at an example that is a little less SEO friendly. So this has handmade alpaca scarf. So the title even doesn't include the keyword. Beautiful handmade super soft alpaca scarf. They're trying to get it in there, but really get rid of super soft. Beautiful handmade alpaca scarf. That's all you need. Okay, so tons of pictures, but these aren't even great pictures on here, and I guarantee you that there's no alternative text on it. Okay, now let's look at the description itself. Beautiful, super chunky knitted scarf, alpaca yarn, meaning it's super soft. The yarn has been traditionally hand spun and then knitted by myself. This is a long scarf which can be wrapped around multiple times. The brown yarn is alpaca and the white and gold is sheep's wool and bamboo. The model is a UK size 12 if that helps you gauge the size. So it gives us minimal information and there's a lack of detail here. It's also keyword poor. I do not see the word alpaca scarf put together anywhere. You could rephrase this to, this beautiful and super chunky alpaca scarf is knitted from the softest yarn. The yarn itself has been traditionally hand spun and then hand knitted to perfection. So you could easily change this and add in those keywords, but as you can see, it's just not there. This is just giving you the main benefits, but it's not going to encourage anyone to purchase, and it's a little confusing to Google. So for example, the brown yarn is alpaca and the white and gold is sheep's wool and bamboo. So is it an alpaca scarf or is it sheep's wool and bamboo? You have to know exactly. Google's going to get confused. They're not going to understand it, and it's not going to rank as well.
Now let's talk keywords. You saw in those two descriptions both good use of keywords and complete lack of keywords. So how do we know what keywords to use? Well, your product is going to be your first and foremost keyword, and things related to your product could be secondary keywords. You can use tools like Google Keyword Explorer, Ahrefs, SEMrush, or Ubersuggest to find keywords that are relevant to your post and keywords that you're likely going to rank for. It's also important to understand that there are two different types of keywords. There's your basic keyword, and then there's a long tail keyword. Now, to simplify this, the basic keyword is what you would initially put into a Google search. For example, if you were looking for an alpaca scarf, this luxurious handmade alpaca scarf will keep you looking not only stylish with its plaid design, but also warm and cozy on those frigid winter mornings. That's a great way to incorporate that keyword in there, as well as doing it in a natural way that makes sense. Next up, you need to make sure that all of your product descriptions are both compelling and SEO friendly. It's not just important to speak to the people who are looking to purchase your product. That's where it needs to be compelling. But you also need to talk to search engines. You need to help them understand exactly what it is your product is about so that they can make sure it shows up in front of eyes that are ready to buy it. When you're writing these product descriptions, you need to also focus on actionable tips. Focus on the benefits of the product, not just the features. There are 1,000 products out there with the same feature. But what makes that particular product benefit you? Why is it better than the others? And finally, make sure you highlight the unique selling propositions or USPs. This is the part that makes your product different from the thousands of other products out there. Make sure the potential buyers know exactly why they need to buy your product instead of someone else's. Okay, now that we know exactly what needs to be included in your product description, let's talk about how to optimize it to get found on Google. First of all, you want to optimize all of your title tags and meta descriptions. The meta description is that little snippet that appears in Google searches under the article title that lets you know what that page is about. Now, sometimes Google decides to use its own description, but it's a good idea to include yours because making it keyword rich and descriptive helps Google better understand what it's about. Also, be sure to have a good, clear call to action in it in case Google does decide to use it. That's going to encourage people to click. You also want to include internal linking. Make sure you link to relevant pages on your own website. So, for example, at the bottom, you could have other items you may like, linking to similar items. This will encourage users to stay on your website longer and move you up in the rankings. As you're incorporating all of this, though, you need to remember you need to keep users in mind first and search engines in mind second. Google has placed a huge emphasis on user experience over the last few months, and making sure that users can easily navigate your website is of the utmost importance. Stuffing those keywords into the product descriptions just to get them on the page is not going to cut it anymore. You need to make sure those product descriptions read naturally and are very engaging. And finally, let Google and visitors know that your products are top-notch. Include links to your social media as well as reviews and testimonials with each and every product review to make sure that users know, and Google will see this and acknowledge it as well. Okay, are you ready for that super secret tip that's going to help you out-edge your competitors in the small business landscape? Use product schema markup on your product description pages to help Google better understand what the product is about. Now, I know that may just go right over your head. Product schema markup, what is that? I don't have the money to hire a web designer to do this for me. Here's the thing, you don't have to. You can create your own product schema using a tool created by Google. It's Google's Structured Data Markup Helper, and it is a tool that will help you build the product schema markup that you need to put on your website. It will give you the code, and all you have to do is go into your website's header and add the code right there. It's super simple. And finally, I cannot stress enough the importance of having a mobile-friendly site. Phones are where people do their shopping. So as you're setting up your web design, make sure that all of your product descriptions are designed in a way that they're easy to navigate on a mobile device. Now, if you need a little additional help with your SEO, I have a free on-page SEO checklist that you can use to get started on your own. And if you want additional help, hop into my membership, Creative SEO. There's a wealth of information there, and you get monthly one-on-one support as well. And if you want to learn more about SEO in general, make sure you check out this video. And until next time, peace out. Hey, buddy. Oh, good sit. Good boy.